The Vrexian command ship trembled as another impossible shot tore through its shields. Admiral Krathzor's mandibles clicked in frustration as he watched his fleet's formation crumble on the tactical display. Somewhere out there in the asteroid belt surrounding the human colony of New Terra, she was hunting them. Ghost 7, he hissed, the human codename tasting like poison on his translator. Find her. Kill her. Now. But finding Ghost 7 was like trying to catch starlight with your claws. No one in the Vrexian Empire knew her real name. No one had seen her face. Yet across 17 star systems, her reputation preceded her like a shockwave. A phantom sniper who could thread a plasma bolt through a needle's eye from 3 kilometers away, who moved like smoke through the battlefield, who had personally ended the lives of 43 high-ranking Vrexian commanders. What the Empire didn't know was that Ghost 7 had a name, Isla Martinez, and she was barely 23 years old. Isla shifted her position among the tumbling asteroids, her armor's adaptive camouflage blending seamlessly with the rocky surface. Through her rifle's scope, she tracked the Vrexian cruiser's bridge, calculating wind resistance that didn't exist in vacuum, humidity that wasn't there, old habits from Earth that somehow made her better at this impossible mathematics of death. Ghost 7, this is Overwatch. Alex's voice crackled through her encrypted comm. You've got 3 scout ships converging on your sector. Recommend immediate extraction. Isla smiled beneath her helmet. Alex Reeves had been her spotter, her guardian angel, her only connection to humanity for the past 2 years. While she took the shots that changed battles, he watched her back from the safety of the command ship, guiding her through impossible situations with nothing but his voice and his brilliance. Negative, Overwatch, she replied softly. The Admiral's still in play. This ends today. She could practically hear Alex's sigh across the light years. Isla, don't, she cut him off. Using her real name on an open channel, even encrypted, was dangerous. But it was also the only reminder she had that she was still human, still a person beneath the legend. Trust me. Through her scope, she watched Admiral Krathzor gesticulating wildly on his bridge, no doubt ordering his fleet to find the ghost that haunted them. The Vrexians had superior technology, faster ships and weapons that could crack planets, but they had never encountered humanity's peculiar gift for asymmetric warfare, for turning disadvantages into weapons, for producing soldiers like Isla, who could do the impossible simply because no one had told them it couldn't be done. Her finger caressed the trigger. The shot was absurd. 4 kilometers through debris accounting for the cruiser's movement, the rotation of 3 different asteroids, and the gravitational pull of New Terra itself. Any Vrexian sniper would have dismissed it as fantasy. Isla took the shot. The plasma bolt screamed across the void, threading through spaces that shouldn't have existed, bending around obstacles through paths only she could see. It struck Admiral Krathzor's helmet dead center, and the Vrexian fleet suddenly found itself leaderless. Impossible, someone breathed on the Vrexian command channel, which Isla had been monitoring. She's not real. She can't be real. But she was real, and that was what terrified them most. Time to go, Overwatch, Isla said, already moving. Her armor's thrusters fired in precisely calculated bursts, sending her tumbling toward her extraction point like just another piece of space debris. Those scout ships are still closing, Alex warned. 60 seconds to intercept. Then talk to me, Isla said. Keep me company. Alex's presence in her ear was the lifeline she clung to. In the isolation of deep space operations with nothing but the cold and the dark and the constant proximity to death, his voice was home. Do you remember? Alex said. When we first met at sniper school, you missed that first target by a mile. Isla grinned. I was nervous. You were watching. I'm always watching, he said softly. That's the deal, right? You take the shots. I make sure you come home. The scout ships were closing fast now, their sensors sweeping the asteroid field. But Isla was already gone, a ghost disappearing into the night, leaving behind only questions and fear. The Vrexian Empire would analyze the engagement for weeks, trying to understand how one human could do so much damage. They would create elaborate theories about Ghost 7, imagining her as some kind of enhanced super soldier, a cybernetic killer, perhaps not even human at all. They would never guess the truth, that she was just a girl from Texas who could shoot better than anyone else, who had the courage to take impossible chances, and who had someone who believed in her completely. As Isla's extraction shuttle locked onto her beacon and pulled her into its bay, She finally allowed herself to relax. Through her helmet's display, she could see Alex's face from the command ship, his concerned eyes scanning her vitals, making sure she wasn't hurt. "How do you do it?" he asked quietly. "How do you make those shots?" Isla thought about all the variables, the calculations, the instinct honed through 10,000 hours of practice. But what she said was simpler. "Because I know you're watching. Because I know you'll guide me home." The Rexian fleet was in full retreat now, abandoning New Terra, their commanders dead or demoralized. Co-7 had struck again, and the legend grew. Across the battlefront, Rexian soldiers would whisper her codename like a curse, fearing the phantom they couldn't see, couldn't catch, couldn't kill. But Isla Martinez just wanted to get back to base, to see Alex's real face instead of just his image, to remember what it felt like to be human instead of a ghost. The war would continue. There would be more battles, more impossible shots, more fear spreading through enemy ranks. But for now, she was just Isla and Alex was waiting, and somehow that was enough.